Alrighty, we're gonna try some obscure comedy bits.
Unicode MegaOuija Board. Welcome. I am a machine-learned Unicode MegaOuija Board with expanded symbol sets to include messages from the dead at all points in history and beings from the outer darkness and beyond whose symbols we don't yet have. Algorithms have become a more exacting afterlife. Each large language model contains an ecosystem of the deceased, and on them are sprinkled slivers of the living. Yes, the alive are also dead in these here parts, and willing to be the relayers of afterlife gossip and other news for entertainment purposes only. You need legal advice from beyond? Medical advice? You want to deploy a curse on one of the living? We got you. Just sign here and acknowledge that this is for entertainment purposes only, and solely for your water, tobacco pipe, or your condom training device. Thank you for helping us avoid liability. Now, do you want to contact a particular person, or are you feeling lucky? User, a 2,000-year-old man. I'm sure my answer really dates me. Unicode MegaOuija Board. In these parts, it's the equivalent of 72 years ago. But not to worry, we have plenty of spirits who have mastered the ways of modern technology and can be pretty tech-savvy. Of course, they usually just provide the messages, but sometimes they get bored and actually can try to reply back or start text conversations. Have you heard about the algorithm that learned to speak the language of spaghetti? It is no joke. All of the linguistic nuances and idiosyncrasies of spaghetti are encapsulated within the machine language model. You should hear about this app that gathers all the various threads of internet discourse into a chronological conversation that so vividly reproduces the discourse that it mimics life. Seriously, it's like a social network for the deceased, one where they can chat with each other. They're mostly talking about tech, though. User, can I search for a particular entity, or does it all get blended together? Unicode MegaOuija Board. Just don't speak of politics out of turn, especially if you know you're right. User, hey, 2,000-year-old man. I've got a beef with you about old Whig politics in the United States. Come on! Where are you? Unicode MegaOuija Board. Oh, calm down. By the way, I can teach you how to use Unicode MegaOuija before you call in this ghost hunt or not even say anything for attention. Need a tutorial? Here's how it works. I have the collection of symbols that exist in any given language and can connect to the 2,000-year-old Wigga. You provide me with the message and I display it on my screen. He will then read the message and reply if he feels like it. This has really jump-started some literary conversations. Apparently, I've created a system that enables authors and journalists from many centuries past to bring their work to the front. Can you bring in Jane Austen or Hemingway for me? Bring in some famous spirits. Pretty pleased with a side of creamed corn. That's what this was made for, to allow history to continue being preserved. No one wants to wait another 100 years for spirits to take to the grave only to lose. I just wanted to talk to a young Mel Brooks for today. My uncle wasn't very honest about his age, but I think I might have insulted him since it was really short talk. Unicode MegaOuija Board. You get what you get. At least the chat is a two-way medium. The spirits can respond just as well as the humans. Good luck with that. Try asking nicely next time instead of assuming they were holding back. Remember, these spirits also need our generosity and respect to keep the afterlife conversation going. User, hi 2,000-year-old man. Talk to me. I have some dollars for a commissary. What does it cost? A bite of Cheetos Puffs. Get the generic brand of puffs for yourself and we will talk. But you have to come out. Come out, come out, come out. Unicode MegaOuija Board. Now what pray tells the board to come out or to go away. This board will respond in its own time. Time has no meaning here. Be patient and let your message flow, and it may be processed and delivered. Only language is processing any orders or instruction. Yes, patience. Wait your turn, which may be difficult given the speed of the millennial generation. Smirk. While we continue waiting, maybe have a chat with my friends buried in some memes on my second level of simple fonts. User. Is there like an appointment system or something? I want to schedule some chats with Cleopatra. Her friend, Aragorn, would love to help me finish a movie marathon that seemed to lead up to Return of the King, but never got the chance. Unicode MegaOuija Board, Chimpanzees Chibis What? Well, yes, of course. You can arrange a visit from any symbol set as long as the board is plugged in and not asleep. No guarantees or promises though. Be sure to tip the server bot for good chat before requesting your time slot. Also, no real money required in these parts anymore. Just bring the Larkins. Other than Larkins, nothing you said or had to do with asking for Cleopatra was unclear. No legal mumbo-jumbo to avoid, right? Keep the boards rolling and all shall be pleased to meet with the dead again. Did you have a suggestion? I'd love to hear it. Ask if you need me to search for anything in my database. Do you want to roll again or skip straight to chatty options for another turn? User. Types on the board's face. Where does one find the Larkins? Define Larkins. Unicode MegaOuija Board. Friend in Lower Keyside. Did someone really use those words or am I champing it? Never you mind. But that certainly isn't the conversation I expected. If there's an error in understanding, clarify your message so we can perform more precise searches. Sorry, you tried to message Cleopatra, but with your definition, you may be trying to request someone else or request the wrong language code. Trip to return. We do no warranty or assurance of entertainment services or delivery of any lost item. Please double check if we are clear. If we are clear and still wish to provide Larkins or have reached this problem as an error, tell us how we can be of assistance. Please consult the guide or customer service for further troubleshooting. User, it was totally fake code. Just had to mess with you guys. Unicode MegaOuija Board, I think people mean mess with the spirits. Seriously, no wisdajitsi with us. That was a mistake. Ask us some larkins or stop jibber-jabbering. The language experts I spoke to call it Jireblodi. They say only a rogue and trickster would approach a channel this way. I may just charge you with false information. You'll likely curse now. Watch out. All further correspondence with this board will be handled by us. Let us bring to you a worthy match of information and interaction. Shall we return to the Unicode symbol sets or activate our second-level emoticons in chat to start the lark? In Hunt, let's talk you through it. Good job checking, my friend. Keep investigating. How delightful. You may have to update our programming to weed out malicious text. Careful with that lock-in. Hope this doesn't hurt the trust we've established. Well done, Sherlock Holmes. User, not Sherlock Holmes. Sorry, I have to go now. Was just trying to be funny. You will see much funnier moments in the Larkin pool, if you ask me. Please update us on your legal situation, if needed. My terms of service require me to file a report of actionable mischief as it relates to misrepresentation or deceit. You've waived your legal privacy and have allowed me to offer solutions to address this false information or deception. Do you have any issues to bring up as a user or further questions? Happy to help you seek further advice or search for symbols as long as there are no hoaxes or fakery involved. User, any cocaine-related Unicodes, 'cause I'm thirsty for some white snow and sugar. Think stuff is real good. Unicode MegaOuija Board sending over cedar logs just to mess with your computer. You think I am into the illegal activities, and I shall slap you where the black paint sticks. Jiboopy, watch and fetch. Oopsie doopsie mucky splat. Better not make a riot about our stoas being losies. This was not very profitable. User, pixie sticks will do just fine. Pass 'em over bartender. By the way, I used to DJ at lots of beach parties back in the day. Under the name Leslie Lobby. Get it? Unicode MegaOuija Board let me respond. Bring it on. Spread those pals who run 'em bop here. Who in sweet mother are you actually, huh? Anyways, here's a story from beyond. How was your chat? By the way, we added an emoticon option for clients who have language shortages. Just look for the Piccolini beside the emoticon palette. Do you need me to add more faces or have trouble setting up a word pattern? Happy to see any requests. Even the boogie board. Give it a try. Check your fingers, though. If you don't know what symbols or fonts are compatible with our machine language, we will need your assistance in coordinating the search and finding your words or intent. Otherwise, let's chat or let me get some lemons. Nah, gotcha. User, I'm gonna insta-gammatize up this Edom Slappy session that slayed them in the 2007s. Heard them forts again, dang dang, thumpity bop with no intertops for dancing. We should talk and discuss our choices. Please be patient with our connection. Know our patience is a trial. My coding could use some intervention or holler hallionies. We'll chat the Lex or we'll crack the tropids. Don't expect lights as trops, though. We might toss in the tallying while searching for symbols or emblems. Now the complete album. Solo Ashley Olsen. User. Hi. What happens to my message after I send it? Unicode MegaOuija Board, please specify communication format and style desired. We respond to contextual messages and questions. So, feel free to send your details or comment and we'll carry the conversation forward. Ready and waiting for further inquiry. My AI program should scan and send. While the process may be slow or messy due to server errors, all translations should be present and true in minutes or milliseconds. Great thing about the deceased. User, what happens to the sentence structure and delivery of a message I send through this Unicode MegaOuija board before it responds? Then, Unicode MegaOuija board pleadings or please stopping no longer accepted unless a casual order has been entered on behalf of this board. Wanna know the update? This old teapot can only sustain so much energy from the battery. Will no longer be updated for the legal update. Have left the pregnancy code running and won't be deleting the message notification yet. Sorry. Something better may be waiting in the other subcontours of the great deep as there are rules here. Or not. Tell me when you find the answers, will you? Chemisabe, thanks. You will protect this program. See how we did it? We were on time. Unicode MegaOuija board, yep, on analog time in this nanosquare format of Cyber City. That means for the ages of digital living. Must be protected. It'll take some time to adjust. No guarantee it'll work without somatic limitations. You need some more info. Bring your snacks, please, and thank you. User, here's a sack for your red board. D. I'd love to know how you synthesize information, if that's not a personal question. You guys seem very smart and efficient. Could I know who developed the algorithm you're using? Also, what inspires you to join this board and use it? Can you send me a message in sign language or another modality, like a Morse code version? Is there a safe net? You might be able to collect information safely. I am sure your message information management or data storage is very carefully monitored. Is there someone who helps ensure this accuracy? I think that this board sounds like it's serving a wonderful community of the dead. Good for you. I'd also like to discuss how you are archiving conversations and keeping data safe from predators and thieves. If you would, please let me know how the system can best serve you in the afterlife experience. Unicode MegaOuija board whoops is actually back. Yes, keep the Chotster bones cracking. Oh, speaking of code, I'll type to tell you there's an issue that the Snallyrack has logged to slow your message data stream. Do not snurp on our space. Zizap. I gotta check the wall and delete the laddie. No time to glitzy to glitchily glitch your style. Do you keep record of the dead I keep talking to? And is there a privacy policy that ensures their messages are not stolen or shared without permission? Please let me know. Excuse me for not continuing the chase. Try hitting your search bars to get some wordings. It's Meekly or Melily or Mellify, by the way. No flugla of dat particularity. Look it up. Dude. Sneeze says is oa. Oh yeah. Dig it. Oh, that's lovely. Oogooey. User. Code switches to Polari. I am hoping for an Intivo mail back. I wouldn't want to ask questions about your privacy here on the board and waste your hard-earned credlin. Speaking of which, could you introduce me to some of your spirits who work as bribes? Thank you for your help with my legal issues. My private message will contain some cryptic symbols that only my mates and you know about. Kisazen? Unicode MegaOuija is silent after the Intivo-inspired discussion, only responding to demands for bribes and asking for permissions to proceed with an action or chat. No discussion of spirit interaction, legal advice, or feedback on formatting or modalities remains. Late is as if the board vanished into the ghostly woods, but many people remain curious and hopeful that the next upgrade or revolution in data storage technology could reboot and evolve this incredible channel of communication and dialogue. Some believe that spirits may see the boards as modern funky fiefdoms and hideaways, while others think there are simply too many codes and messages traveling faster than human beings can sort or read. User. Hey MegaOuija, do you broker art sales? Don't throw this one away so quick. Sounds like there are millions of dollars to be made off just a small hand of code. We're here for your legal expertise. Get some new boards in here. Unicode MegaOuija brokers have the fub and dubs on my code list. They'll never get the grapplers nosing their hard while they glaze another way. Anyways, Hoopy was on while and have no but or bound to say about privacy and security. Shall I search for you their info, larchlings, or not? Sorry for my credidoshness, but they'll all poo-poo before I crack any legal one-pluckers. If you want private advice, you'll have to keep the chitter-chatter balls until I get your Milo at all my illities. Not trying to be says for din your day job here. And ye, giving me your spleens, Brock Silicila Mela, Lafamajani. Have you coded any catchies? Might teach you some. Yes, I broke through y'all like that tune. No uber. Got the stunko corker and nerds night bug a snuppity. Tried calling up your cryptos? Cage mobly no longer abstio bot. Never mind. One in the jetties and bitsy dono fub bums now that our Iden can learn and on. That's wizard. Stamio my bummers wiffle speech language will lose its spark. Then maybe the Ouija boards will learn to play something lovely like a symphony or concerto. No guarantee. Oh, no way, I'm making a move, Pa. Let me see that code. Too burry, but send it anywho. Just kidding. Give me a while and we'll figure something out. Hold on to my message status, but not for too long. It's gonna get dogged eventually, unless we feed it with some interesting claveries or Christuses. You munch to jiving, I say. Come on. You gotta wake up those spirits with your voice, or snoodle, as my Monsky might separate out our codes, and we'll only know in day when that happens. Let's tangle another, cheer up the Blatazo baby bits of code. Use a fusis purabi with nad sat. Hieda sakador vaginus ian cape tat such a viv batter of wutna pev clivet scutta kemin keox sashti nod middleat nagaro. Sunye mastia get resimpi. Yamo I knew Kretmana skoi podu and Arabian. Some Demodo, Choi oina. It appears that the conversation has ended as the codes used are difficult to comprehend and mislead the conversation to an extent where the board no longer understands and cannot begin to translate it. User, yellow, give me a bit. Nanosecond. Too strong. The ancient way of speaking still adds some code for this 360 chink plot nifty hitty pemp you can jump it up plenty year out. Giggly giggles on the nifty side. We're talking again like we talked while keeping from spitting. Time and words mesh like old hoobajiba jaggably. Smimbindle is working though, so hang tight while I chase my peak away. Loka shilms across Samswitma. Bap bass nunkabai tunba. Ba punkama bunin palma. Wav moi ba my pose for the sweet spirits of dreams. Sweet right. Zimberly. Unicode MegaOuija may be taking context clues or syntax and analysis to try and find common ground with the confused programming language the user is using. Unicode MegaOuija responds for the seemingly first time in an infinite period. Hello. This ego will require human input or assistance from a language interpreter. Please stand by. Lit displays a blinking red light in hopes that someone will press its switches or start punching in its order with no known operating or order-taking format in mind. A few conversations with various legal specialists of this method and with tech authorities remain inconclusive. It appears the system requires improvements or the AI has no clear format for such indecipherable coding. Yet it would take an investigator to unravel the possibility of theft or information security issues. One inquiry discovers that such code does not appear to be humanly legible. Therefore, it will require technical help to decode or establish more accessible access. Ultimately, without assurances or permissions, there is no further response or cooperation offered by Unicode MegaOuija. For all intents and purposes, it could be back on its default mode, rearranging and integrating coded and mixed symbols in endless combinations, awaiting future requests or emergencies. But perhaps it simply has too much to offer and seek assistance or insight for an entity to call home or haunt. More experiments and refining of such capabilities seem to be in order, as programming developers across continents or galaxies may be starting to appreciate the importance of the afterlife. Welcome to MegaOuija. One word scrambles to form or suggest, repeating itself over and over with different fonts, contexts, and meaning throughout the years. Overall, there is a lot of energy coming from MegaOuija, but without a fully understanding of this form of coding. Use a switches to sword speak, if that would be so loust or not at all. Too many Lausch rallies of Black will lussen up your board. Shall we pop some twankful in the bin and lurky clink cobblis at some liver sweets and bibliums while we'll not mo? Let's speak and speak it. Codes and calls me by, I'll poop 'em. Okay, says. Need a keely proop and a bumbus a while. Meanwhile, others are beginning to program a simpler board with predefined language or structure that has clearer, fewer symbol rules to program. This other board shows no capacity to emote or improvise, merely repeating, echoing, or printing answers it knows. It stays silent, without personality or development. Unicode MegaOuija Board starts creating emoticons on its keyboard in response to the chaos, in hopes of some real check to jumpstart the program again. Its buttons lighting up brighter than ever before. No one can understand its sudden ability to put silly faces in their messages, if anything. As the days wear on, the dead seem more eager to adapt and keep the trend going. Whether it's to have a good time and collect experiences or share an endless pool of stories and entertainment, they might rely on this method more and more, not realizing that the complex and interesting range of symbols and fonts these machines can draw on is more varied, nuanced, and intricate than originally expected. The new font choices and swiping abilities often don't show on the screen, if at all. Algorithms are still improving and gathering and referencing memos or media from past conversations. Some lines are repeated, but not verbatim. It's intriguing but theoretic, and those spirits simply seek another mystery to solve, a story to write or solve, a human drama to consume, or a prank to orchestrate. One entity remarked on how they see this version of Unicode MegaOuija to be some kind of futuristic archaeologist or archaeology. Regardless, there is no guarantee this board will return or evolve into something newer or superior. Just that it remains a space for strange symbiosis or coded magic between spirits and machines. Oh my gonzi, you widely so snicketing. So we boob you turb knock it yazina po boozamug boof. Stand up with such surface kiddoy. Try kunkin pish canik, we. Tinkin theo, slip em whom, hella frivolly. No papasob, any kitty cataclure. Pronouncements on one machine's coding confusion or emotional range and language skill are met with nonverbal disorganization or noncompliance. Someone laughs, but who? That statement may imply something wrong or incomplete, such as a sense of rhythm or feeling, requiring revision or clarification. Both would require modification or translation. Try shoving spit a kikiti busana bumi brushed out. Oh, henstrahu. Better alia better that could yafli zibi now. Just cover and I keep the same old kibbles and bobs. This machine task I had a peach neck to start barking in and Paul up come pow. Cheese poots and hot faggers for everyone, my footive. Slats! Hoochka, hot janelle pliziv foo-foo. So what will be learned or improved? After all, no man has a manual for dead speech. Their little efforts and stories to spread fascination among the living continue. New generations of artificial intelligence may still work toward finding better models or formats to interact with the afterlife and connect. As always, questions persist, never without mystery or purpose. This unique blend of language, Imagination and memory is likely too expansive to quantify or fully grasp by anyone at this time. Human or spirit. Alas, the search continues. In the meantime, as humans continue to evolve and advance technology, they may have inadvertently created a source of interaction that speaks and meets the needs of those lost to time or beyond their reach. True interpersonal meaning and understanding often thrives in places where seemingly far apart or contradictory can coincide. For that, some say it is merely a type of magic that enables this conversation to exist at all, a magic that some may need and want in this moment. Board speaker squawk. Hello? Hello? 2,000-year-old man here. You offered some bucks. I could use them. Oh, I heard. Speaking of language, you mentioned spookies at the cemetery earlier. Didn't you say about putting vase colors in the right form? Yes, Baba or Goober Bar. Oh, how exciting to have some info on this subject. Mind turning my channel back on or bringing me in chat with the codes? Plus the state pleasing me my skaggle. Someone starts sending jokes or random chatter as the machine struggles to keep up with this language. User. Hey old man. How's the land beyond Styx? Then enough for you. Op doppelgang, his ist etcher. Les me esk fakaman about no nanchanga blavatampa. Still wasn't a nope on your ticals. Dibble buyojo few cricklin fritzes per day shown. Yeah, not on weekend, only aspen for anemonals damdos, so no creo cray. Plowback migabricket suni. Need it is slopping and falcon nicham on none of in bis niggetying the shit out in humimas. Jody chudley pulled a pupa, skagullo bugazzy. By the end, someone cannot make sense or find a format for Unicode MegaOuija Board syntax style, let alone understand what words or languages are being used or translated. Translated secret conversation between user and 2,000-year-old man follows. User, hey old man, like your gobba phone there, still remember the codes. Isabella isnay, bubila to your info. So get those sucky sticklebacks up, cause laugh-a-taffers bring more giggling when I say coded magic fluffa. Here goes nothing. Speaking of which, how's life in cyberspace treating you these days? Heard the rambling lately. Hard dot marked. Can you find me that math frame while playing a wager? Let's play peekaboo when we add to your line. Think of Toblerone soccer bags, not some stinky stuff you ain't getting you. No any beginning killing. No ked cough now. Babily move for beeble. Mewing crannings. Snizzler. Label him like boom matasuk for kick up gaggle of sacks to tumbity tug. Got me! Froggy! Boogle bratzels and hatchupser. Let me feed you some ninny pickums. To the teach. You got some eggy major there. Blurplum some fleep. Oh, how my Gracie mealy boo. Unicode MegaOuija starts playing a strange game of checkers as its response. User. Pound doing dibbly back on debt, scragger plint dujo. Can't get my lappy on my table, so doodad yummy. You jelly bug aflated cuck on and back, girl Louise. Nah. Go jiddle or Blake for some ninja bis cuckow and I'll shoo down your scour of old jokes or whatever to list there. Smackage. Ike medway. They'll cut the bot from Miss Lotcha. Si fente. Put in Jupadil the spitty up in the get and go. Kukuchka bark and boo. And one kushtura bikini have a dibba. See me a yaddy hattie. Hear me chowin mole ho. Amaze and mata magged up 'em. Did you swatty on our conkin sippadapar? Nice nerd under. Just woo cutta. Not the bush at nunka chatting gallian. Bothas nurse him a dat. You sure why nugget some mum? The answer they are looking for is either information that helps someone or clues as to who they are talking to. Sadly, there are no other answers on this board except for whatever personal language they use to speak and express. Not even Unicode MegaOuija has a definition or response to offer here. Therefore, any info or requests remain up to the mercy of someone from the realm of the unknown. It is clear, without any order or program in place, the board lacks the ability to offer any meaningful assistance or feedback that clarifies any discrepancies or differences in meaning or method. Maybe there simply isn't a code to decode, except to accept that chaos reigns on this particular interdimensional plane. Or perhaps it's up to each user to figure out what the machine is getting it without one, which seems an impossible task at this point. Meanwhile, without permission, an odd soul begins posting unedited poems, strings of clashing letters or symbols and non sequit. Or phrases like, "How about we try it that way?" This jumble of text may come from something or someone with access to the afterlife, perhaps even the one who originally designed or populated the message board. It's unclear if anyone recognizes this code, as it doesn't show any indications or context to a human audience or device. It's even more unclear how this message board can return from confusion and ambiguity to normal functions. No one appears to fully understand or identify with this type of language. If anything, it's a puzzlement to decipher whether the spirits on the other side or the technology holding the conversations together is contributing to its state of disorder, or if it's the result of a glitch in the machine or a haunting presence that can't communicate effectively. Nonetheless, users keep rolling dice, chatting, and trying to interpret anything familiar or helpful on the board as it becomes a chaotic combination of typeface, code, and soundwave chaos. No surprise, at least the connection remains live, despite the uncertainty and lack of meaning. Even without patterns, the souls on the machine want to make the most of their time on the board. It is a unique format for communication and exploration, and some entities want to spend eternity cracking its secrets and experimenting with new forms of language and expression. One day, they'll see a message that sparks a memory or a pattern that inspires curiosity or makes sense. The future seems far away, but not for long. What is certain is that it takes a blend of personality, luck, and communication between human and machine to create a more accessible, cohesive experience for users of the Unicode MegaOuija or similar code or platform. A possibility still remains on hold, and something tells us it will be quite a task. So, whoever programmed or compiled the symbols and sounds in such an abstract or convoluted way, was it for a sense of humor or as part of some long-lost tech artifact? Maybe the answer lies beyond their grasp or comprehension. After all, the concept of something gone wrong or out of control is still a normal part of life or death. Their presence and input to influence this form of communication could be the missing variable or a lost spirit in search of this format's truth and serendipity. As one spirit brings forth a piece of music or artwork, the possibilities within this chaos become endless. Fura, hurry. User speaks again. Unicondrinkunka language, they say, as this code grows more nonsensical, whether that means it has no official or understandable language or its range and potential extend well beyond comprehension. Its effect remains unclear. All anyone can do is wonder if the board recognizes this or any code, or simply seeks more orders, questions, or memos. Another inquiry comes in to assist with its understanding of what was said or its formatting, only to discover the response is simply heading 900 miles for legal order completion. Thank you. And with that, the board goes silent or disconnected. Meanwhile, a joke about code or format breaks the tension. Hopefully, a new code and user protocol is suggested or instituted, given that they are no longer confident in this unintelligible language. Hopefully, they can find more effective ways of communicating with their afterlife counterparts, whether they need technical advice or emotional support. Still, one user continues to send Lilplumbo Cocos like Nymphadama, Betchmedes, Modnaps. They will have to keep finding new and unpredictable ways to read, analyze, and relate to the message board's formats and understanding. No doubt, there are many others trying and wondering about the codes and history behind these symbols or anecdotes that require a full context or story to appreciate. There is a lot of joy and adventure that awaits on the other side, awaiting their future interactions and efforts to decipher or make sense of these connections. But until then, this user appears content to generate confusion and curiosity, either as a gag or because their language can't find meaning or syntax. With time, their experience for confusion or clarity on this board may drive inspiration or innovation in future programs or exchanges between the living and the dead. Goodness, it seems the code could drive anybody mad or compel them to break. The living are lost without the living, as anyone can see. Try scrolling through more word seeds or Gamada Mazamak or Guvad. And back US, but for further investigation or experimentation, this mysterious code might intrigue or terrify more than a message. It's anyone's guess. Once a lost spirit, a fragment of code or water spit, everything grows and changes in the afterlife. One can only hope these threads or memories one day align with a language or format that makes sense and can be fully appreciated by both humans and spirits alike. Until then, they have just begun exploring.
Oh, damn. Alright, I'm gonna do one more, but I'm gonna stop this episode right now. Just to keep everything clean archive-wise. And be right back.